Okay, welcome back. In this lecture, we will see the assertion concepts in Jmeter. So basically, what is assertion? So now you will record the script and you will run back it successfully, right? So once you run it, how will you validate that whether the script which got run is passed or failed? Okay, basically you need to have some checkpoints to make sure that whether if these checkpoints are satisfied, that means my script is passed. Okay, some check you need to do on your response, and you need to validate it to make sure to say that the script is running as per expected. So basically assertions are something which will help us to validate our response. Okay, so basically all our performance are on API level, hitting the request and we get the response. Okay, so we will validate that response. We will check any the response with the help of assertions, and we will come to conclusion saying that this script is running as per expected. Okay, so till now we have seen recording and playing back and arranging it in a proper way, and we ran the scripts. But now in this session we will see to add a validation to the response which we got while running the test. Okay, now first let's start with recording one basic application. uh, as usual, as I always prefer to record in Workbench. That's a rough folder for us. Later we can pull up things in back to thread group in test plan. Okay, so Workbench, right click, add non-test elements, HTTP tested recorder, right? So throughout our course we will be using 7070 port number because I configured my Firefox in 7070, and I'll be using test script recorder, and I need to sample it in each groups. Done. I'll add exclude, so this will not include in my recording, right? So that's it. I'll start the server first. Thereafter we will see the what application we need to record. Okay, let me start the server. Okay, now yes, our recording started. Now let's go back to our Firefox where we actually configured our proxy and hit this URL, right? So now we are in this login page. It's saying to enter this user ID and password for us to get login. Enter Tom Smith for username and super secret password. Cool, they have given us in our text itself. Okay, that's it. So we'll log into it, and yeah, so once we log in we just get a basic page saying you logged into secure area, and when you are done click logout below. Okay, so let's log out. That's all. We just done one flow, login and logout. So now let's come back and open our test script recorder. There are three groups got recorded. One is login page, and this is our URL event. See, you should able to know which is not required for you uh, to keep on to run. Okay, these got recorded but it's not required for us. This is like some events which is navigating to some other URL, and these are some font size. Okay, so this stuff is not required to us. Let's simply uh, okay, let's copy first it into our thread group, then we start deleting. Because if you delete something now and when you copied it back and you felt that your script is failing due to that step, then you can come to Workbench and add that step. Okay, make a practice of just copy entire dump into. Okay, let me create thread group here first. Test plan and add threads thread group. Okay, so now add all this, control C and paste it there. Okay, so you can see that arrow mark which got pasted. So this is login, authenticate and event. Okay, so I guess these are not required for us. Let's delete this. uh, okay, authenticate event, even these not required for us. This is logout, I guess. Let me delete all this. Okay, so cool. First login, and then it tries to enter credentials, and thereafter it logs out. Okay, now let's run this, but to run this we need a listener which we can monitor the stuff. Add listeners. So view result is the best one to validate. Okay, so let's run this and see first before we start putting assertions and we start validating them. Let's run this. So when you click on this, it definitely asks to save. Should save the test plan. Assertions. Okay, 1 second. Right, assertions. Okay, yep, it's running now. Login, authenticate, event, logout. Okay, but once again, don't just estimate by seeing green ticks that your script ran successfully. You cannot know until unless you go and check how you got response here. So here this is the request username and password, and okay, here this is response data, and come down. Okay, this is where you can log into secured area. This is not logged in. Okay, so we have given authenticate, right? It's by response you should get as welcome, you are into secured area as per our browser, but still in the response it says this is where you can log in, and it's asking username password. That means something fishy, right? So that's what I'm saying. See, here it's shown as green tick, but ultimately when you see your response, it's still in login page. This request, authenticate request, the response should be the home page of log secured area. This one. Okay, I think back will work. Yeah, this one. This text we need to see in response, but unfortunately here we still see a page of login information. See, this is where you in the sense this one. This text we are reading in the response, which is wrong. Once we log in, we should see that. Okay, I think I have deleted something which is important, so that's why keep a copy of here. So I just guessed it. Let me delete this authenticate. So yes, let me paste back. I'll move it up. Okay, view history, delete all, and now run. Now we have included everything. Authenticate. Okay, these no need to worry because these are some kind of dot font size, so we are not interested in that. We have to see whether we got response, secure, login. No, we still don't see the proper output here. What could be the issue? Sampler result. What is the username it went? Okay, sorry. For this we need to add something called cookie manager. Okay, because it's not maintaining cookies. Jmeter by default will not maintain the cookies of the session. Once you are into login page, it will use the cookies to navigate, to authenticate, and to log out. Okay, so the default Jmeter will not maintain cookies. That's the reason they have specifically given us to add cookie manager. If you see config element, you see as cookie manager. Just add this, it will automatically maintain cookie session for your application. Okay, so more about this I'll talk you in the future. There is a concept called correlation. When I am talking that, I'll let you know what about cookie manager. There's nothing basically. you need to add this cookie manager to make sure your session maintains cookie. If you don't provide this by default, there, if you see now view result tree, uh, it's in no cookies. So it expects cookies for to complete your application successfully, right? If you just add this HTTP cookie manager, it will work, right? You can delete now these two. I hope it should work now. Save all and run it. Okay, and response authenticate. Yep, see that, welcome to secure area. Okay, that means we got successful response when we authenticate, saying that we are in home page after logging out. When you are doing click logout. Okay, so till now what we have done, we have seen manually, okay, what is the request and what is the response, and we found that there is something missing. We read it manually and came to conclusion that it's still not logged in because I am seeing the text which is present in login page. Okay, and now I am just concluding by seeing this welcome, saying that as now I went to the actual page. So script should handle this. Okay, we should not check manually every time. When you are running on daily basis, you cannot go and check for each and every test case what is the response, is that pass or fail. So you should have some mechanism to handle this. So here where assertions comes to picture. Okay, we will validate this response data using the help of assertions, and that will give us the result. So let's see that how we can do in our next session. So I think you can finish off this from your side too. So get ready, we'll start with how to learning assertions in our coming lecture. Okay, thank you.